welcome back to the least offensive podcast in Edmonton, as voted by Offensive Weekly. Anyways, Spence, thanks for jumping in.
Yeah,
what, you were saying there was a shooting?
Yeah, so I was like on Facebook like right before like on my way over here, and I guess there was like a shooting outside the White House. So Trump was in like the middle of a press conference like about coronavirus, and then all of a sudden like the Secret Service, whatever you want to call them, had to like
grab him.
Yeah, had to like escort him out of the room, and then and then like he came back like a minute later, and he explained everything. But yeah, kind of wild.
Did someone get shot, or was it just somebody shooting in his direction?
No, I guess like
shooting at the White House.
Yeah. No, somebody actually did get
Trump.
Yeah. No, like I guess well, here I'll look it up, but like from what I understand, someone did get shot outside, and they had to like rush him to the hospital.
Interesting.
And then they just had to get Trump out of there, just as like I'm sure that's pretty standard procedure. Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't had to run away from more press conferences.
That's like the first time that's ever happened that I know of.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think end of the day, regardless, like I'm pretty sure security is like pretty tight for any presidential security detail.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yeah.
Even on I think on the campaign trail though, they had him. There's some guy.
There was one like sort of attempt or whatever.
Yeah.
Like some guy like ran at the stage. I don't know. It was weird. I remember that, and then he came out after and started chirping. He's like, "How much are they paying you to do this?"
No, I was actually there's I think it was on Discovery Channel like a long time ago, but it's when Trump made like a presidential visit to the Philippines, I think. So kind of like what they do is they rent out like an entire hotel, and then they have to like change the glass in the whole hotel and stuff, and like he has to move rooms like every night so they don't so like no one can find him,
like pick up
can like know where he is, and then
interesting.
And then they have like the place he was staying was like on the edge of a harbor, so they had like 3 warships just like posted up,
just chilling,
and they got like choppers everywhere. Fuck. So crazy.
Talking about being inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Hey, is the president staying at that hotel?
No. The security detail must be like 1% of fucking GDP or something.
It's actually, so they actually have a problem because people are living longer, and in theory presidents are getting elected slightly younger, because even after you're president, you get security detail for the rest of your life, right? But because there's like more living presidents at any given time, they're actually like underfunded. It's been a problem for like years.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, I remember a thing coming out about that. This was years ago. It was one of those things where, like, politics aside, they tried to like blame it on Trump. They're like, the security detail's really underfunded, and it's like this has been an issue since like the Clinton administration, right? So
who's taking one for the team?
Honestly, who's gonna leak some info? Yeah.
I mean, at this rate, they could probably ease up on old Billy Boy's security. Let him get dusted. Tie off that loose end.
I'm surprised there wasn't a lot more in the fucking media about the papers that came out with the Epstein's plane and shit, where he was like,
well, I don't even really know the details.
He was like
those
pinpointed.
Have you watched that?
I have not.
The one on Netflix?
Yeah.
I watched one episode.
It's insane. Like, he lies about going to that island. Like, he's like, no, I've never ever been to the island. But there's like confirmed reports of him there like 25 different times.
Nice.
Damn.
Like, so it kind of makes you wonder.
Spence, you want to turn your mic a little bit so the logo's facing you? Like, turn it on the...
Oh, like this?
Either way.
There you
go.
That.
There you go.
How's that?
Better.
Ooh,
Much
that
better.
sounds better.
There you go. Now you have a radio voice.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Everyone has a radio voice. There's actually like a certain type of... It's BBC radio who does it specifically, but they have like this one type of mic that like it's almost sensory overload, because it's like, I don't know,
right in your ear.
Oh, right in your ear, and it makes you sound so good and radio-y. But
really?
I don't know, it's weird. I've seen clips of it. I'm like, too much.
We need those.
Too much. But we need those.
We need those.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's why I'm chewing gum today, so people can get the ASMR.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, they're just loving that.
All the girls are getting wet.
to that sound.
Something like that. Or they all just tuned out. All the dudes are still here at
We
least.
have a female listenership?
Yeah,
what?
what?
The fuck?
What? No way.
No.
Sorry. Mom.
Whoa.
But, yeah, fuck. So anyways, Oilers lost, obviously.
I was just going to bring that up. How about that, hey?
So do we just say, never mind on the Bubble City, that was fun while it lasted. You guys go somewhere else.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, like, what's your guys' whole opinion on them just, like, kind of restarting the season and just kind of trying to salvage it? Like, I personally...
Oh, yeah.
What do you
know
mean?
What I mean?
Like the bubble. What's your opinion on them trying to do
like
it?
overall, like they should have just not done it. Is that kind of what you...
Well, no, like, I personally think that they should have just, like, canceled the season and just started it. Like, I think... I don't know. Like, in the end, it's all about money, right? So that's why they had to kind of have a season.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Like, the thing that makes playoff hockey what it is like the atmosphere and everything like that. And I think, like, just to have the games of, you know, like to have a game of like that kind of caliber in a empty arena with like no emotion or anything, like I don't know, it's not in the spirit of hockey, I feel like. But
well, I think you would have it a lot easier for one, especially as the away team, because you don't have the like energy, but as the home team, like
there is no home, there is no away,
but you lose kind of the crowd. Definitely, like, let's say someone lays out a big hit, the energy from the crowd can rally the whole team and change the course of a game, right? So or a fight or something, versus people just yelling at their TVs. And they were playing the NHL 20 soundtrack, someone said.
You're kidding.
For like cheers and stuff. It was weird.
I swear I haven't watched a single game. I don't plan on it because
I watched the Oilers ones, but I don't know. I'm not gonna watch. I don't really care.
I don't really care now. No,
I made a Facebook status, I think, and I was like, I refuse to call these the NHL playoffs. These are the NHL scrimmages or something.
I feel that way 100%. Yeah.
Well, there's no but in theory for the Oilers, this should have been their, like, if there's no pressure, you should have had no excuses. But maybe that's why they played so lazy, because they like subconsciously are used to like the fans going nuts in that arena for playoff hockey.
But like,
right?
I think there was probably a lot like more pressure on them because, you know, they had to face a Chicago team that honestly had like, they didn't have anything to lose, right? So I think there was like kind of the pressure on us like to win that series, and I think maybe that kind of got in the way, and we just kind of thought it was going to be easy and kind of took them for granted, then just got spanked.
That's probably a good point too, because they had a really
what I mean?
rough start this year, I want to say, right?
Yeah, like like they weren't even in like a playoff spot, Chicago. Like so they're just in the like the spot to play spoilers. So
which they did. A lot of the spoiler teams did, which is maybe dumb. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
like the Leafs are out too, right?
Yeah.
Leafs are gone, and
Pens were the other high-ranking one.
Pens are gone. Who won the Jets? Flames did. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. Alberta.
Yeah, sports. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think. Well, the sad part is because a big thing of it coming here, everyone was like, "Oh, the economy downtown, blah blah blah," and like the hotels, I guess, are making money, which is good because they have someone staying in them. But like, no one's gonna go sit at like, you know, any of the bars who built out big patios or whatever to watch games. People are just gonna.
I don't think people are gonna care too much now.
Yeah.
Which is too bad, but I mean.
Yeah.
Oilers.
Stop
sucking Lecoq.
Like, what do you think happens now with us? Because, like, honestly,
man. Like, what do you actually? You know what? I was gonna make a status the other day or something just to stir the pot. I gotta say it. I'm gonna say what everyone's thinking. It might be time to look at the McDavid trade. We might have to go Lindros trade for him.
Are you serious?
Like, you know, in this hand I hold the red pill, which contains trade McDavid, get a competent top 9, get a real top 2D, and have a good goalie. Or keep McDavid, take the blue pill, and just keep living the imaginary dream that we might someday be good. That's my take, you know.
Because we don't really have that.
You can take the blue pill, keep living in the same reality,
that's true,
or you can take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes, right? So,
I think he's kind of tired of playing here. What do you think?
I don't think it's that. See, I think he's like, you know, I've been thinking about, especially watching the Jordan documentary. I think people at that level, like, they're just so competitive. They want to win. Like, I don't think he cares too much what team he plays for.
Oh, really?
But I think it's the atmosphere that affects all the other players. Like, McDavid is McDavid, right? Like, you're a once in a lifetime exception. Like, you're going to be at your level no matter what. And he's proven that with his points.
100%.
When we lose, like, 50 games, he has 100 points.
And he's
like,
still, like, the
it doesn't
sickest guy
matter.
in the ice.
But it's
right?
not just him, too.
Yeah.
Like, we have Dry
too, right?
Unreal.
We could build, like, Dry is super lazy, but we could build a good team around Dry, too, right?
Yeah.
Like, again, time after time, cup-winning teams don't have McDavid. So
and Nuge
he's not
really
the
stepped
only...
up this year,
yeah,
too.
exactly.
Nuge
We
did
have
really
enough
well
depth
this year.
that, like, we could, in theory, if we get, like, 3 really good players for him, I truly believe we'd almost be better off just because we have such incompetent management that, like, we can't build a fucking team around McDavid, right?
I get where you're...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more about having like a well-rounded roster than just kind of relying. Because look, you look at the series, like Nuge, Drat, and Connor basically carried the team. Like no one else really did anything.
Yeah.
Everyone's absent.
Yeah. And then in the third game, I think it was, they like didn't play the third line at all. Like they were just trying
sat
to
him.
like. Yes, McDavid's good enough that he can kind of win games by himself, but like
100%.
you need to have depth of scoring. Like you don't win. Like this year, instead of winning 16 games to win the cup, you would have had to win 19 as a
like
qualifier team or whatever the hell you want to call us.
Right.
So like, was that a team that could go 30 more games? No, not a chance. They didn't even look like it. And you can't make McDavid win that many games, right?
No,
so
he can't rely.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say from the goalie side of things though, let's stop fucking getting these 40-year-olds in. I don't get it.
Mike Smith,
I
don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking get. We'll go back 10 years, 14 years now. Fucking Rollison plays
Old.
like 2 seasons here. You know, like, but
Old.
like, why do we keep doing that?
I don't know.
exactly.
It doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Yeah,
That's
Go get a superstar at 20 years old and build a team around him too.
we need like a Carter Hart. Shout out to Carter Hart.
We need like a generational goalie for
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
And we
Tommy
when was the last
Salo.
time we had that? Tommy Salo, right? Like what Curtis Joseph maybe, right? Like who was the last like all-star goalie that
UC
the Oilers
Markkanen?
had?
Who's the last guy that was here for like more than fucking 3 fucking seasons? You
I
know?
don't even know. I can't think of their names.
Seriously.
Who did we have before Smith and Koskinen?
We had Calgary's goalie.
Point
at one
proven.
point.
Oh,
Yeah.
Talbot.
We had Talbot.
Talbot was like the problem is
Talbot
Talbot
was
was
sick
a
for
little
Cup.
bit of star power, but on the decline. And then Edmonton's a very tough environment to play in, just because the fans are at your throats and yada yada yada. I admit that for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But we need like a Carey Price or like a fucking Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah,
That's there for
we need
10 years.
We need a franchise goalie.
Yeah.
We need a franchise D-man,
Yeah.
right? Like we just don't.
We
have,
keep getting forwards.
Yeah,
we
that's
think
our
that
problem.
we can build a fucking team
but
around forwards.
You build championships from the net out.
Yeah.
And that's why Chicago beat us, because they were like solid. They don't have the star power, but they like play as a unit so
Half of
well,
those
and we're
guys
so
aren't even-
scrambly.
yeah.
I don't even know who they are.
Yeah, like half that.
We
Like
have Patty Kane though.
half
Still.
that roster, I
Yeah,
don't
but
even
those
know.
guys are getting old. They're still good players, but it's not
Yeah.
like they're all-stars,
Like
right? So
only guys that were like on the team from when they won the cup were like Crawford, Keith, Kane, and Taves. That's like it.
That's
It's
pretty
all
much it,
new.
yeah.
They're all like new players.
Mhm.
Oh no, I guess they got back. What's his name? Not Patrick Sharp. That like other guy.
I know who you're talking about.
yeah,
I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
he's-
a good point.
Crawford's underrated too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As a goaltender.
Crawford's a
No, he
great goalie.
definitely is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we either need star goalie or like a very solid underrated. Maybe Binnington would be a
He's
good
sick.
example where he's fucking sick now.
Yeah.
But like he was almost like a little bit of a dark horse.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
It's something where like we're such a thin organization, and especially in positions where
From
it
the
counts.
top down. Yeah.
Like we can't make McDavid score every goal. We can't only score on the fucking power play. Like
No,
that's
that's
not a
dumb.
team that goes the distance.
No, 100%.
Right? You can do okay in regular season, which
Yeah.
we did, and give us false fucking hope. But you don't go the distance in championships. You're playing 30 games in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. So I think McDavid trade 2020
Yeah.
has to be said.
That's
I'm doubling down on it.
That's a hot take.
If we can make something else happen, that'd be cool. It would break my heart to see him leave, but again, time after time, teams who are all no names, but they're 4 good lines of no names go further than
go
us,
for the cup,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Like it's
Yeah.
we have to think about it, right?
Yeah.
That's an interesting take.
Or can we trade Daryl Cates?
Well, yeah.
I
like,
don't think he's the problem though.
Oh.
Do you think he's the problem?
I think that organization is.
Do you think he's the problem though?
I think it's the problem is because he does. What I've heard is he doesn't like leave, like he'll kind of veto GM's moves and stuff. And I'm not saying he's doing this today, but he has over the years, right? Yeah. Which any owner technically can in any sport, but I don't know. It's a top-down problem. I also think there's a lot of middle management guys who aren't like, you don't know who they are, right? Yeah. They're not in the spotlight, and they run a lot of interference. Yeah. Like, and they're just all, it's still the old boys club. Despite shaking it up, getting, in theory, good coaches, in theory, good GMs, it's the same problem. And then, as we as fans, I think, like, we are rightfully angry, but it's been set, like, Spit and Chicklets is so interesting to, like, shine a light on Edmonton's hockey scene, where, like, we all knew this as locals, but it's like, this is obviously known around the league. Like, we're kind of a joke, right? In terms of, and then we're so at the, because, like, we want to be good. We're rightfully pissed off. It's been 13 years or whatever. Yeah. But, like, we're so, like, on people. And then, especially when it's, like, an 8-year-old rookie. And the whole... He's
going to be the one.
Yeah, the whole city is, like, this guy is our savior. And then he's, makes one turnover and the fans are, God, fuck this fucking guy, right? So,
it's a hard place to play.
It's a tough atmosphere. And, like, we've just dug such a, like, deep hole of self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, how many first-round fucking picks did we have at one point? We had, like, first overalls, not first-round picks. First overall, we had fucking Hall,
Eberle, Nuge, where I think we're all first overalls. Puljujärvi, Yakupov.
Wasn't Puljujärvi only first round, not first overall, if I'm not mistaken?
Oh, he might have been.
I'm just trying to say here, how many of those guys were D-men?
Zero.
I mean,
how many of those guys were goalies?
We did get Larson in the whole Fandangle runaround, who would have been the alternate choice for Nuge. So we kind of won the 2011 draft or whatever that was because we got Nuge and Larson. So that's okay. But those other times, that was, I don't know.
He's pulling up the draft history.
Yeah. So the issue too is, like, how many chances do you need? Like, normally, the reason the draft works the way it is when you're bad, you get the top pick, and then you rebuild your organization, and it's cyclical.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's
somebody else comes in the door next year who's shittier than you, and keeps going.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Let's see who the last defenseman was.
You very rarely will take a D-man first overall, but even so, like, that's the thing, too, is, like, instead of getting horny for the first pick, why don't we turn that first pick into good depth picks?
Yeah,
that's what we need, right?
Well, Ethan Bear is a defenseman. Caleb Jones is like, but like, I mean, they're not like, they're not.
Were they first round picks?
No, they were. Caleb Jones was 4th.
Oh, really?
And Ethan Bear was 5th.
See, I think those guys are good to keep around for good depth.
I like Ethan Bear because we need, like, a right-hand shot defenseman.
We also have too many left-hand shots.
We have way too many left-hand
to
defensemen,
micro-analyze it, but we do it even on the forwards, too.
100%. We need some more.
We don't have a right-hand center who's good. I don't even know if we have any, right? So
yeah. Well, I guess, like, Evan Bouchard, too, I guess. So we got a couple D-men coming up that are pretty good, but, I mean, they haven't cracked the roster yet.
Where is they're old now, but we have never had a Duncan Keith, Brent Seabrook, Shea Weber type, right?
Like the next guy that would be
Zdeno Chara.
Slepyshev.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, we have no shortage of franchise forwards, but we don't have a franchise D or franchise goalie.
No, we got a problem.
Yeah, you need a Carey Price or something in there, to be honest.
Yeah. Actually, if we got, like, a Carey Price, we could probably do pretty good with our existing roster.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Is there anyone who's up for, like, re-signing this year who we might lose or anything? I can't. I think our contracts are pretty good for now.
I think we have some solid ones.
The problem, we don't have very much cap space, and the problem is like, there's a few overpays. Darnell Nurse in our organization.
Yeah,
what did he get? He got like 6.
He called out the team. Hey, did you guys see that?
Here's my thing, and this shows, because he said, more or less, we played good against Calgary and had good intensity, but we were lacking that intensity. Yeah. McDavid said almost verbatim the exact same thing. Yeah. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, McDavid, he brings a good point." Then Nurse said it, and there's this huge calling to trade Nurse because he's a bad locker room guy. So,
oh boy,
I don't know.
So, like, UFAs for the Oilers. There's actually a bunch of UFAs.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, RFA, like Ethan Bear's in RFA,
Yeah.
like a Matt Bennings RFA, Caleb Jones.
They'll probably
So-
keep those three, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, not much for
Whatever
There's-
happened to fucking Brossois?
Laurent. Oh, he's where is he? I saw him in the highlights.
I'm just trying to think of like younger goalies.
Yeah,
Like he's not
let's
even
see.
young now. He's fucking our age.
He's our age.
Yeah.
In theory, that would be the age where you start to flourish more as a
Yeah.
NHL goalie, unless you're like a Carey Price,
yeah.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah, 18. Yeah.
Oh, he's on the Jets.
Oh, well, there you go.
Laurent Brossois. Yeah.
There goes any fucking
Yeah.
young guy we have.
Yeah, he's our age. Yeah, 27.
We
Crazy.
had a bunch of young guys in the system. They're all gone now.
They're all gone.
Yeah.
We're I don't know. Maybe the boys just
Didn't
wanted to
work
get. Maybe the boys just wanted to get out of the bubble. I wonder how that
I want to
is.
go home. Yeah.
I wonder how that is.
I want to
like,
go to the
being-
ranch. Oh, wait.
Oh, it's closed.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
it.
spoiler alert. Bars are closed, boys. Should have
I,
played harder.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder like how they like living in the bubble. Like, what do you think that does
I
to
don't
them?
know. I
like,
think it would
mentally?
be once you kind of get settled in, it would be like playing like tournament hockey or something, but just
But for,
for
like
a longer
extended
period
periods
of
of time.
Yeah, for an
Yeah.
extended period.
Yeah.
I don't know, like anything. Humans adjust to new environments, so it'll be weird at first, then you get a routine. And then, whichever team goes the furthest in like October, whenever they go home, they
Yeah.
might have some issues to work through.
Oh my god,
but,
yeah, like that's like
yeah.
3
When is it supposed to end?
let's
It's like
see.
October something.
I think it's end.
Like no later than
What is the bubble? So it's obviously the arena and
the arena and the
So
hotels,
it's
and
3
then
hotels. So here,
and
I'll
then
pull it
the fitness facilities and restaurants
Sure.
within those hotels.
and also like Terwilliger Rec Center. Or
oh,
some
and
shit.
Terwilliger Rec Center is where
Yeah.
they practice or
Okay.
something like that.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
essentially, actually, if you're staff, you don't stay there. You go, like if you work for Rogers or something like that,
Yeah.
you go home, but you're
Yeah.
not really interacting with the players. So yeah,
Yeah, it's I'm just trying to pull it up here, but I mean, I don't know, to stay in like a hotel and stuff, like I kind of wonder if it kind of wears on them, like just
yeah.
you know what I mean, like always like you're in the constant, like you're in the same environment with it. Like I mean, they only get like I think each team gets a floor, and then they can kind of walk around a bit, but
Mhm.
it's not a lot of space to be in for like
Mhm.
a couple months. Like
Yeah,
it is a very
yeah.
nice area.
But
that
I mean,
they're in,
you're
but-
getting paid millions of dollars. So you
Yeah,
can
that's
suck it
true.
up.
They can suck
Actually,
it,
that's
yeah.
a point too that I was thinking about. Of like, I don't know. I think athletes are kind of fucking big children a lot of the time, especially now when guys are like opting out or whatever. Like
Like
oh,
Mike Green
you-
opted out. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, man, like for whatever COVID reason, and it's a thing in basketball and stuff too,
Yeah.
where they're like, oh, I have family issues, and it's like, you didn't have family issues for the last 6 months of this whole thing, right?
And that's where, and that kind of proves my point in a way where I'm like, a lot of players, well, not a lot, but there's some that aren't really, they're not taking the season as like seriously
No,
Mhm.
this
as
is a
if it was
big
a normal
fucking joke.
season, right?
well, yeah, that, and
I
then it's
mean-
also like, okay, you expect the guy at Tim Hortons to show up for his job,
well,
right?
valid, yeah.
And then like, there's nurses literally cannot not show up unless they're sick, sort of thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
that's
like a
true.
state of emergency, they legally have to work. Like you expect everyone else to do their job.
Yeah.
So for you to come here, play hockey, live in a hotel for 2-3 months,
Yeah.
get paid
A nice hotel at
yeah,
that. Yeah.
several $1 million, and you're like, oh, I think I'll stay home. Like, what the fuck, man?
It's
Fucking
kind of,
first GM to institute performance-based pay is going to fucking change the
Professional sports.
Professional sports.
yeah, exactly.
And
yeah.
it has to be done because these motherfuckers, I'm gonna come in for 10 mil a year.
yeah, and do
I
nothing.
could hang my hat for 10 mil a year. Like it's fucking stupid.
It
man.
is, it is.
It's the most
Mhm.
stupid pay schedule you've ever
Mhm.
seen in your
Yeah.
entire life.
Yeah.
So
Like, I was actually talking to someone about this the other day about, like, the North American sports and, like, the maybe not the athletes, to a degree. Like, you watch, like, the soccer like, overseas and stuff. Like, those players are, like, I think they're way more passionate than, like, some of the North American
Yeah.
sports. Because, I mean, like over there, like to play soccer for a team like Manchester United or like like a Barcelona, like that's a life. Like they've worked so hard to get there, and like it's the same thing in the NHL. Yes, they've worked hard, to get there and stuff. But a lot of like those guys who play for like Barcelona or these big like European teams have come from like literally like nothing to get to where they are, and they appreciate it, and like
Interesting.
the fans are like the fans are so much more passionate, I feel like, overseas for like soccer versus here. Like, to be honest, like,
I mean, everyone says that about soccer, right? And
Yeah.
you know it, like, especially
you
over
can
there.
see it.
It's-
Like, you can
it's pretty
see
wild.
it.
Yeah.
Like, it's ingrained into the culture, which, like, you know, it's the same thing here with like the NHL and stuff. But you know, we've all been to Oilers games. Half of it is it's sort of like a not
Oilers
like
is a lot of
1%
corporate
crowd.
seating
it's a
for sure,
corporate-
especially the lower bowl.
It's
I mean, that's kind of a known problem.
Yeah, it's
I
a corporate
honestly
event,
think
right?
that's going to be a problem for like any sports franchise, right? Because
Yeah.
like any big city, tickets are, people complain about the Oilers being expensive, but like minus going to like Arizona, like hockey tickets are about the same, and same with football, basketball.
Yeah.
If not
Florida
more.
Panthers, $18 fucking
Yeah.
lower bowl.
Yeah,
That's insane, hey?
And you get
That's
a
pretty
jersey
wild.
or some shit.
With-
It's fucking insane.
with beer too.
And you get a
yeah.
dock slip to park your boat outside or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently, the
Fuck yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars with season tickets, you get a dock slip,
No
so
way.
you can boat to the arena.
That's so cool.
Who's the fucking QB that just signed a $500 million contract?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs.
Wasn't that?
Mahomes.
Oh no, that's Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, absolutely stupid contract.
$500 million
Yeah,
to play NFL football.
That guy takes one wrong hit
Oh, and
he's done
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Well, and then you're paying this big contract for. I wonder. I'm sure there's injury clauses for getting out of that,
Fuck,
but even
man.
so, like,
If I was that guy, I would take the dive.
yeah, and just hang it up.
Fucking get hit it.
Yeah.
You want to come hit me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fucking take the dive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'll take that $100 million
Yeah.
exit clause.
yeah.
It's retarded, man.
It is-
It's
it
so
is dumb.
stupid.
Yeah.
It is dumb.
To me, it's I just don't get
You
it.
know, I do like. There's something to be said about like revenue generating abilities to get attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, North America with sport. I mean, Euro soccer contracts are crazy too. But it's
They
just
are.
so strange to pay someone to professionally play a sport more money than some countries make. Like as a sports fan,
as
like
like a
you kind of
GDP.
get it, but it's also like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Like this is kind of, it is a strange thing
Yeah.
where it's like,
100%.
hey, donate to this charity. There's lots of poor people in the other half of the world or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, did you hear about, so-and-so demanding 8.6 a year instead of 8.4? Well,
Yeah,
what a crazy time, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
I don't know. It's weird to see. But
The only sport that seems to be fairly back to normal is F1. Like every
with
other
how they get paid?
no.
Oh, like just
no.
like oh,
Just
like
like-
Are there,
just like
are
back
there
to normal.
crowds?
No, there's no crowds at
Okay,
all. But
yeah.
like the sport doesn't need crowds. Like,
yeah.
like you
That's
can't,
true. I mean,
you
most
can't
of-
hear your fucking crowds over the engine.
the engine.
Well,
you
and
know.
most of the real, I think F1 to go in person is like just a thing to do because you literally
Oh,
watch
100
this size of the room of track
Yeah.
and it's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
meow.
No, it's more to be like
meow.
seen there.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they cost way too much.
Yeah,
Those tickets
yeah,
are
yeah.
like thousands
If you
of
actually care
dollars.
about the sport, you're going to watch on TV, so you
Yeah.
can watch the whole thing, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Interesting.
they're-
Well,
no,
I mean,
that's,
they're
that's
wearing-
that sport. If we want to talk about pay,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
fucking
Oh,
Hamilton makes
Lewis
40
Hamilton
a year
makes-
or
yeah,
something.
it's
So
insane.
Oh, really?
yeah,
How
he's
sick.
Yeah, he's
But does it generate that much money?
Oh,
I guess
Formula
it
One-
obviously
dude,
does.
Formula
right?
One is
Europe.
probably. I think it's actually the biggest sport in the world
let's see what
Really?
for revenue generation.
See, yeah.
Interesting.
I would believe that. There's
Is
so
it
much
TV deals? Where does it? I don't know. Where does it
Well,
come
sponsorship. I think
Each
just
of
the
those
companies
teams,
alone.
yeah, each of those teams is a business.
Mhm,
And then if you like, I'm not going to say that this is downstream because Ferrari and Mercedes use that technology in their road cars or whatever, and you can quantify that as a revenue point or whatever. But man, they sell so much paraphernalia and shit. It's
Yeah.
retarded.
Right.
So, yeah, Ferrari and Mercedes are both worth $1 billion each of those teams.
Yeah. Let's see.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
dude.
worth a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. When you talk about the
So-
logistics of that sport, it's actually crazy too.
In what way?
They're gonna do a race in the UK next
Yeah.
week.
They're in,
doing
like,
a race.
South Africa.
Yeah, they're doing a race in South Africa
Yeah.
or fucking Tokyo.
Did you
And
ever
they-
watch the series on Netflix?
You
like
need
the Drive
yeah,
to Survive.
You need to
W-
watch, both
it.
of those.
It's insane.
What's it called?
Drive to Survive F1 or whatever.
F1,
It's
yeah.
actually like with interviews.
Is
with
it
the
two different
drivers.
series?
No,
it's
it's the same
all one
series, two
series.
seasons.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Great, like
It's insane.
great series. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never. I know you're into it. I didn't realize you watched it, Spencer. But
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It's incredible.
Maybe
the money in that. Yeah,
Give that a try. I didn't realize how much money there. Like, I know it's expensive to run a team or whatever. But,
and it's not to say that guys can't drive fast, but to drive,
they're like a fighter pilot,
fast,
man. Yeah,
consistently and with that precision.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like a fighter pilot.
Yeah, it's insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So F1 is worth. Let's have a look here.
Oh, you're looking at like the entire sport?
Just like as like what it's worth as a league, because it says like for the North American sports, NFL and then MLB are the top two.
I would have guessed that.
The highest paid, so the highest paid Formula One driver is apparently the highest paid ever was
Schumacher.
Yeah, Schumacher. He made $780 million racing cars.
And now he's a vegetable.
Yeah. Lewis Hamilton
really?
in second with like $280 million.
Yeah, but he's still young.
He's still very young. Yeah.
Did that Schumacher? I'm assuming that happened in a crash. I'm not familiar.
No,
Really?
he was skiing in the Alps.
Yeah, and he got hurt
and hit his head.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and has been like completely incapacitated for the last 7 years.
Yeah, I think it's been about 7. Yeah, because I actually remember when that happened. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty bonkers.
Isn't that kind of a, not to make light of it, but you do one of the riskiest activities your whole life very successfully.
Yeah.
And then you hurt yourself doing something else.
innocent like that. Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
You never know, man.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, guys die in F1 all the time. There's one that died last year, F3 or whatever, or F2, but not F1. But
I'm assuming those are the lower divisions.
yeah, like F1 is your like creme de la creme, and then there's slightly slower cars. They only go like, I don't know, 5 miles an hour slower or something.
Yeah.
But
Oh, is that the...
yeah, the one tier down. I don't actually know how much slower they are, but yeah, very interesting sport.
Yeah, it is.
To say the least.
It is 100%.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, but I think that I don't know, those high paychecks. You got to pay these guys based on performance. I think. Give them a base for sure. I'm not against giving them a base salary, but like. You
Zero
score
goals, $0. Right? Like,
you score 50 goals a year or whatever, you unlock your next. You know, like
bracket or whatever.
CEOs get performance benefits, so why don't players? I don't get it.
Literally everyone but sports players get pay based on their performance.
It's almost a flawed system because they're basically paying you off your contract year.
Yeah.
For however long, right? So who knows what happens?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, DiPietro, for example.
Oh my God! Yeah,
That's a great
That's a
example.
fun
I forgot about that,
dude.
guy.
I remember this was a few years ago. But a few years ago, they like showed like a clip of him training in the minors, and it's like, and for those of you wondering how much time's left on DiPietro's contract, the answer is 6 years.
No way!
Like it was something. It was absurd, or maybe it was like 4 or 5. Like he had 12 years, and there were still like 4 years. Like
so the Islanders are still paying him.
Yeah, I think now it's done, but
that was early 2000s already.
Yeah.
Pull that shit up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because that's actually I totally forgot about DiPietro. Yeah.
Dude, I remember in like, you know how like when you would...
Rick DiPietro contract is like the first thing that comes up.
Yeah. We're not the first who've talked
Islanders
about this.
to buy out Rick DiPietro's contract, that's from a long time ago. That's from 2013.
Okay, yeah.
So he signed, in 2006, he signed a 15-year, $67.5 million contract. But a string of injuries beginning in 2008, which he only played 50 NHL games.
Dear God.
Oh, what? I didn't even realize that part.
I didn't realize that either.
Hold on. Let me just pull this up.
Because that's about...
Which limited him to... No. Oh. So a string of injuries beginning in 08, which limited him to 50 appearances over the next 5 seasons. Think about how much that is per game if you're going to divide that up.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, that's an average 4-ish million per year for him. Which is like not insane for a goalie dollar amount in these days, but for a 15-year that was...
Yeah.
Whose idea was that? That was so bad.
That was like Garth's...
That was probably Garth
A
Snow.
Garth Snow move, I think, yeah.
Man, that was a funny one.
Nice.
Dude, I remember when having like NHL 04 or something, and You know how you would do like the franchise mode and you'd always like trade for the players you liked? I would like always try to get DiPietro because he was good then. And he was a right-handed goalie.
How old is he now? He's got to be in his like
38. 38.
Okay.
81, yeah. So he's been... Yeah.
So he would have been playing till 2021 with the Islanders.
Yeah,
I guess so.
So he'd have been
This
40.
would be...
That's insane, wow.
I mean...
They plan on just essentially burning him out, essentially.
The biggest draft bust in NHL history. He's considered that.
Some people argue Yakupov is the biggest draft bust. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Maybe the biggest.
Well, let's see.
Was DiPietro first overall? Speaking of goalies, first overall.
Draft bust. Let's see. Yeah.
That could be funny. Draft bust.
Let's see. The biggest draft bust.
Like
in
the only other guy was shit. What year was he?
Cam Barker was kind of like a draft
Maybe.
bust.
Yeah, kind of.
Let's see. See what NHL
I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
NHL draft.
A lot of them aren't super well known.
The 50
is the thing,
the
right?
50 biggest busts in NHL. I'll see if there's anyone that you guys recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quick scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Brett Lindros for sure.
Someone who was... They went first overall, and Danny Heatley went number second that year. And the saying was like, no one remembers number 2. But then the first overall
I've never
guy.
even heard of like most of these guys.
See, that's the thing is like
go
you
to
don't
like
really
top 5. Just go to top 5.
Just skip to the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, Brian Lawton.
No idea who the fuck that is.
Number 2,
That was like a 90s or 80s guy, I think.
yeah, like he played for the Nordiques. Pavel Brendel.
No.
Anyone
Yeah.
hear that guy? No. Patrick Steffen.
Okay.
The guy who missed the open net, like for Dallas. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And
I was at that game,
and then
actually.
Stoll turned it back the
Really?
other way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Rick DiPietro.
Rick DiPietro. Actually,
number
sorry.
6.
Correct, because it was Mike Milbury that actually drafted DiPietro.
Oh, really?
He's
Okay.
on the panel for Sportsnet.
mhm.
Scott Sissons.
Yeah. See, this might be too much of like a purist one where it's like who objectively was, because these are probably guys who were like sick in the queue or whatever, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah,
100%.
versus like guys who actually were sort of household names,
Yeah.
i.e. Yakupov, DiPietro.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never even heard of these other guys.
anyways, speaking of big paydays, what do you guys think of that 50-50?
That's nuts, hey? But okay, so
You don't gamble. You didn't buy a ticket, didn't you?
No, my dad called me though, and he's like, apparently you can't get in unless you're like in Alberta or something. But
Was he away?
No. For some reason, there was some glitch in the system that you couldn't get in to buy a ticket, and people were just continually refreshing their
but
pages.
they were getting charged
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you buy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, I thought about it, and then my dad phoned me because they're away right now, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Hey, buy us a ticket, we'll split it or whatever."
Sure.
the hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
How much were tickets?
What did I pay?
so it was 50 for 200 numbers or 200 lines or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess is that
Have they announced any of the winners yet?
no,
Not
it's going to
yet?
be. So they gave everyone until Thursday to request a refund because some people had that issue. I had the opposite issue of like it said error, but then I got the receipt to my email and they actually went through. So,
Oh, really?
but
Interesting.
yeah, so they have till Thursday if you want to get a refund, and then after that they're gonna actually draw it. Sort of thing.
And what's
Crazy.
the total pot?
It's like 15 million, isn't it?
Holy fuck.
I don't think it got quite that high.
Regardless, like that's gotta be like the biggest 50-50 ever.
It doesn't say. I guess
Here,
they don't
I'll
have
look. Here, I'll look.
I guess they don't have the actual number. It was a pretty crazy number. I mean, you know, because normally I'm like a make your own luck person. Like I don't play the lottery or anything.
Sure.
But then my one friend phrased it to me this way, and he raises a good point of like statistically, you will never have a better chance of winning, you know, $6 million or whatever it is. And
No.
I'm like,
Sure.
I think that made sense. So I'm like, what the hell? Throw some money in the pot, right? So
Sure. Fair enough.
So update on flawed. So initially it was 15 million, but now apparently it's only going to be like 5.4.
What?
I think just because people bought a bunch and just jacked it up.
Oh, okay.
That's
gotcha.
the screen that I was
Yeah,
getting.
that's like
So my dad
blocked.
tried. Yeah, he's like, use your VPN and see if you can get me in there. And I'm like, well, I don't have an Alberta VPN.
Yeah.
That
It's like-
defeats the point a
It's
little
like
bit.
Toronto and Montreal.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's exactly the screen
That's
I got
exactly what it
blocked,
is. Yeah. You may
Yeah.
not purchase tickets from your current location.
I actually got that, and then I just hit refresh, and then it let me.
And then
it was
went.
it was like doxing, like it just got totally overwhelmed,
really?
right?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
gambling.
15,220,000.
Yeah, my overall
Eventually.
take was.
Aren't casinos open now, though?
I'm not even sure.
I think they are.
I think they've been open for a while,
Yeah, I think
and then
casinos
just
are.
socially distant.
Yeah.
Like this was a while. This one girl I was Snapchatting. This was a few months ago, and she sent me a Snapchat going to the River Cree. I'm like,
What?
are you doing? And she's like,
Why?
oh, they're open. My friend wanted to go. I'm like, all
What
right.
stage are we
Delete.
in of reopening?
Two. We're still two.
in two?
We're on. I believe you could look it up, but like I believe technically speaking, phase 2 is about as far as it goes for a decent. Like I think we're gonna be in phase 2 for like.
The rest of this year.
I
and
was
next.
thinking
The rest of our lives.
Yeah,
fuck. I
honestly.
mean,
I
are we
seriously,
opening that Pandora's box?
I
But,
wanna open that
I
box.
want to say I'm gonna say from the time we open May 14th, it'll be like 18 months total. I think.
So we got into stage 2 in May.
Oh no, wait.
Or when-
May 14th was the reopening
Oh,
day
okay,
one
okay,
sort
yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
So I guess it would be more like June or July.
Stage 2. Yeah, we're gonna be. I think.
Because I think phase 3 is like sporting events and stuff.
Yeah, that's like fully open. That's
Mhm.
like
Right, but it's
games,
kind of like
concerts.
yeah. I mean, what do you? Yeah, what could you open? You could have gyms and restaurants and remove the mask bylaw out of like.
I
gyms
think
and stuff.
masks are gonna be a thing.
Well, and
for a
that's we were
while.
just saying before this. Like, the semi-daunting thing is that this bylaw has no like end or anything.
No,
you know, like
it's just
we're
like
gonna
a
do this
thing.
for 3 months, see how it works or
Yeah.
whatever. It's just
Yeah.
like bylaw, right? So
Yeah.
see how many $100 tickets I can rack up.
yeah.
Have you got one?
No.
Oh
No,
my god.
no.
I don't know anyone
I'm-
who's got one.
Definitely thinking about getting like a plague like a plague doctor mask. You know, like those bird
Yeah.
masks.
Yeah.
Just walking around with that. I think only like 1% of people is gonna get it, but it'll be funny.
Yeah, I've seen some videos online, so
Yeah.
you gotta jump on it quick before
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Before it becomes a.
Are you guys in with like the whole mask in public thing? Like, are you guys on board with that or?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not gonna be out here anti-mask or whatever. Like,
No, me
but
neither.
my issue is like, and it depends how much of an ideologue you are. But first of all, when a government creates a rule, it creates tedium, which it has. Like, for example, the biggest one being when you walk into the gym,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you need to wear your mask walking into the gym. Technically, you're supposed to go to the dressing room, then come out, and then take it off, is what one of the guys told me. But it's basically once you're exercising, like you walk in the doors and you take it off. It's like it's not like COVID knows I'm in the gym now. And it's like,
Well,
all right,
that's-
we'll wait till you come out.
That's
right.
the-
Like it's
yeah.
But I understand not wearing it, working out. I understand wearing it in public places, but why make me wear it for those 3 feet? Like it
This
doesn't
is
make
the
any
part
sense.
that
Yeah.
like ever since the beginning of all this, like this is the problem that I've had with just like with like the rules and the way things are laid out.
Because
There's
nobody
just-
knows what the
Yeah,
fuck they're
The-
doing.
there's
Mhm.
there's just rules to have rules.
Yeah.
It's
and
to
I
make
mean,
people feel good.
it's to make and it's also people don't complain about dumb. Like I went to the mall maybe like a month ago,
Mhm.
and when you walk between like where there's like the hat store like
Mhm.
right by the Ice Palace.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
there's like kind of that small little hallway. So they had like those airport little like the pole with like the belt across
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
like right in the middle of the lane and of the walkway, and you can only walk like
It's like a
one way
street,
each way.
yeah.
But like, how does COVID not know to cross that line?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? So that
Well,
was
I mean, end of the day, you
Do
know.
people understand how fucking ventilation systems work?
well, that's the thing. Like,
I honestly like it. Actually makes me
Mhm.
want to kill myself because people don't understand how AC and ventilation systems
Yeah.
work in a
Mhm.
building.
but I was watching. I think it was CNN.
Mhm.
They were talking to like a medical specialist, and she claims that in like the US there's been no new cases or transmissions from AC units, and I'm like, that's
How
the
the
biggest load of shit I've ever
How
heard.
do you know?
It's recycled air. Like, how do you?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
To me, man, pandemic. Stop wearing your mask. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to wear my mask outside. Fresh air. Better than
That's literally the best thing you
recycled
could
air.
get, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm
yeah.
not doing it.
Yeah.
Wasn't there discussion of somewhere having an outdoor bylaw? Not in Edmonton, I don't think, but somewhere in the world.
I don't know.
I thought I heard
you have to
something
wear
about
your
that.
mask in public in, I think it's Banff. You have to wear it like even like outside.
Like,
Let me just
well,
check
also
that, but
the
I'm
thing,
pretty sure
somewhere
you
they
have
were discussing outdoors, which is like just ridiculous. Like that's frankly
like-
absurd to me.
How about the
Yeah.
how about the people who like drive their cars with masks on?
Those people
Yeah.
are idiots.
Yeah, that's what are you doing? Like,
Protect me from myself.
yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so
that-
dumb.
That's a weird one.
It's so.
I
dumb.
think it's something maybe, let's say you're like an Amazon driver and you're in and out of your car a lot. Maybe you don't want to take it off all the time
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
but like,
Yeah.
I mean, I
100%.
see Jim down the street, just
Jim.
Sorry, Jim. No,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, Brian down the street. Nobody
yeah,
likes
no,
Brian.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Just some dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, well, and then it's also like, if you want to go again, being a, let's call it a purist ideologue type, you know, it is a government taking away a right from you. Is it going to be hard to get said right back? Right? Again, this is more of a hypothetical question,
Yeah.
but you can really go down that wormhole too if you want, right?
I thought about getting the card.
The card.
Oh, like you can't,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's
yeah.
that?
I wonder, I think you need to, do you need to have like a prescription or something, or what's the...
No,
I
I think
heard
anybody
something
can
about
get
that,
it.
yeah.
I actually think anybody can get it. You just have to be like,
Is it like a card? Would you just like tape it to your chest so no one
that's a
fucking
good
yells
idea.
at you? Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Tape it to a hat or something.
Yeah.
And just,
Like,
yeah.
so what's the card?
It's
I'm
a
not-
card.
Exempts you.
It
An
looks
exemption.
like, because some people, for what, like, in theory, it's for someone who, like, for some physical reason can't or whatever. Or
Oh.
like
Claustrophobia.
claustrophobia
irrelevant.
would be a,
Yeah.
it technically would actually be a relevant reason.
Sure.
Yeah.
Spencer, I'm very claustrophobic
Yeah.
right now, so
Hey man, I consider myself a claustrophobic
Oh,
person,
I
right?
am
So
too,
like
but,
how,
yeah.
you know, but again, it's basically a card that like, it's like a City of Edmonton thing. It looks vaguely similar to the posters that's like mask required here.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Get
But
it
it
to
says
jail free.
I don't have to wear a mask. Something like that.
What a weird. Wow.
can you
Yeah.
imagine just flashing that? You know, it's like flashing it like you're
Yeah. Some Karen's like yelling at you in the store and
You're
you're
like,
just like,
"Listen."
it's like that one scene in Wayne's World. I think it's Wayne's World 2 where they have the backstage
I know what you're
passes.
talking about.
And
Yes.
then they're like,
Alice Cooper concert.
Yeah,
man.
that's
That is
exactly.
exactly.
Is that one or two? I
That's
think
not
it's
that
two.
two.
Yeah.
Those two?
Is it
And
the
they're
second
just-
one they go to
yeah, and
Alice
they're
Cooper?
like-
Oh yeah,
Yeah. They're like holding the back.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I think so.
that's funny. Backstage passes, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Fucking Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, I don't know, man. To me, it's just kind of a.
Because this is what month are we in? This March, April, May, June, July. We're in month 6 of this.
I just want solidified evidence
Of,
on any front that masks are efficient or work.
oh yeah.
You know, it's like
there's
there's just,
some sort of like
yeah.
truth, I guess.
there's
yeah.
just nothing. You know, like there's just nothing that's come out that does anything that is a study.
Are you guys big? Like, are you guys watching the news lots? Or you
Fuck
have you
no.
kind of tuned it out?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
I've tuned it all out. Like, I
Yeah.
don't listen to the radio about it. I don't watch the news about it. Like,
No.
quite frankly, like I'm trying to just not even listen to anything about it.
Most of the news is comedy these days.
Oh.
It's actually pretty good. Like if you want
Oh,
comedic
yeah.
material, it's
Yeah, go watch the news.
a pretty good place to go.
It is very exhausting to constantly pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, it berates you and like you physically
You get
feel
kind of
drained.
anxious, like
And
listening
then
to it.
again, as we've seen so far, it's like things change or we get new information, and then all of a sudden some idea is either now wrong or right. So yeah, I mean, I guess you just kind of like you gotta totally. I think just basically totally tune it out is probably the best option.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything
100%.
drastically important to you will make its way to you eventually.
Eventually,
right?
without
So,
that, yeah, 100%.
If you didn't watch the news since February, would you know that COVID was a thing? Besides all the signs and stuff,
I guess not. Right?
probably not.
Probably not.
Probably.
If you woke up from a coma,
And
we're
you were
like,
like-
where is everyone?
Why
Why do I have to wear a mask?
everyone
right?
wearing
Why is
masks?
everyone wearing masks?
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's going on?
Am I living in South Korea? What is going on?
Yeah. What's going on?
This fucking
Well,
Japan.
here's my thing too: is like maybe culturally introducing masks is okay long term, like just for sickness and stuff. Like
100%.
if you have it, like you do in Asian countries, where it's like
Yeah.
even if you have a mild cold, the etiquette is to wear a mask when you
Yeah,
go out
in
public,
Japan,
right?
like,
Granted,
yeah.
it's more like a population density problem.
Are they prepping us for the smog?
No, like,
Because that's what I think that is actually the reason though. is
well,
the
no, in
smog.
Japan when I was there, like, it's like, they're a very clean country, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
just kind of like the common courtesy, like, if you do have a cold or like some sort of sickness, everyone like that's over there is kind of, they're all aware of like the common good. There's really not like
Sure.
there's not like a divide between people.
So it's a move from individualism to collectivism.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what I was afraid of.
Hey, wait a minute.
yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. So
That's
I
a
don't know.
very interesting point. And then again, if you want to boil it down to the Puritan ideological point of view, that is the shift, right? So like,
Yeah.
what is there bigger players at play here, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so. Maybe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, my take on the whole thing has been like, I mean, if I had the flu and I went to grandma's house, I could kill grandma,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Well,
So
that's
it's
the
like-
thing. That's
like-
the thing. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Yeah. Or like, if you have a baby and a baby has a sickness, they could actually have like a really rowdy germ, but their systems are so young and whatever, they can usually fight it off. But you don't bring sick baby around grandma.
No,
or whatever,
100%.
right?
No.
So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just like the people who say it's like an attack on their personal freedom to like wear a mask. I'm like, what? Like what? In what way is that like even a valid statement? Like,
Well, kind of like I just said, but it is in a way, like it's a government mandate,
I
and
guess
it is taking away a right to a
I
degree.
guess, yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like you can't oppose it, or else they'll like think you're like, oh, this like redneck idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why can't you make like an intellectual argument, or
Yeah.
why can't you make it
Can
like?
you even have a conversation about it? Generally, no.
Yeah,
No,
that's the thing
generally
too,
not,
right?
no.
Like
Yeah.
exactly what we're
Like-
doing now. You have to
Yeah.
tiptoe a little bit of
Yeah.
like, hey, my thing too is like, I think it's, I hope we don't jump the gun on like I'm cool with this phase 2 level of things, and that appears to be effective, mask or
Sure.
not.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want
Yeah.
the gym to close down again.
Yeah, I don't want the gym to
fuck-
close down. I
fuck,
like to
yeah.
be able to go out a little bit, see
Yeah.
a few people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A little bit of free movement.
Yeah.
Work regularly.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is fine if you look at kind of the Sweden approach, right? Like this appears to work, and the problem would be, in my opinion, is do masks create a false sense of security and people push the boundaries more?
That's a
right?
valid point.
So,
I never thought
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I, I think so because I think
I would
people
say yes.
people
Well, people-
appear to be like they think they're immune as soon as you like.
as soon
Yeah,
as
and
you throw a
that's the
mask,
thing,
on,
There's
it's
right?
like
no
free
there's
for
no
all.
6-foot separation.
No,
Like,
they're
yeah.
beside
like
each other.
there's like
Yeah.
they're right up in. Yeah.
And again, in theory, if both people are masked, your risk of transmission is low. But you don't really get it from like.
is it though?
But supposedly, what I've
I
read, and
love
who
it.
knows if this is new or old information or going to end up to be true, but apparently you don't really get it from, and this will go back to your point in a second, but you don't really get it from passing strangers on the street, especially outdoors, right?
Yeah, that's like
but
the lowest.
it's in close proximity to people, and recycled air does appear to be a factor, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, and being an
Here we
HVAC
are.
business, right? Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
Spencer.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do people understand? Well, it's almost like, again, are we scratching itches? Like, are we really looking at and assessing the problem/solution, right?
I think the problem is obesity.
Well, here's the thing, too, because people are like,
I agree with that
oh,
statement.
America, COVID's so bad, all Trump's fault. It's like I have not seen one mention, like, it's a
About-
known fact that like 55% of America's adult population is
Let's see.
obese or something like that.
Yeah.
It's over half.
It is over
Which
half.
is
Oh, it's definitely over half.
fucking insane that we
is-
don't talk about that more. And then we also know, so we know that for a fact, we know COVID does affect obese people more. But no one has made the mention of what percent of the American cases are in obese adults. We're not discussing the correlation between obesity and effects of COVID, et cetera. Like it's a weird thing. Again, we're looking at there's so much surface level stuff, and we're not.
But this is healthcare in general. Is this fucking a Band-Aid? You know, so it's like, oh, so you're gonna wear a mask, but you weigh 350 pounds, Tom. You need to get on. You need to get on a
Tom.
treadmill, at least
Yeah.
like 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
start eating better.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody talks about
No one's
that
giving
shit.
that advice. No
Yeah.
one's saying, hey, you know what? It appears vitamin D, zinc, and vitamin C help make sure you're taking, especially vitamin D,
Yeah.
taking good enough
Yeah.
amounts of that. Like there's just, apparently in having that conversation makes you a conspiracy theorist too, right? So I don't know.
Like, how have you
Did
guys...
you find an answer to that, by the way, Spencer?
Oh, it's here. Like the obesity rate in the U.S.?
Yeah.
I'll just pull it up here. Let's see.
But what were you saying? Sorry.
Like, I guess, like, you know, obviously everyone's lives have been kind of, you know, like, they've been changed by this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
How have your guys' lives changed, or like have you been kind of working on things, or like how have your lives changed ever since this started?
I mean, to me, really, frankly, working from home already, my life hasn't changed drastically at all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, to me, it's I see my parents a lot less because my parents are a little bit scared about this shit.
Oh, are
So,
they? Yeah.
Yeah. So I see my parents a lot less, which sucks. But other than that, like, I mean, I have to wear a mask into the gym and into the grocery store.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I mean,
Yeah.
but have you guys picked up like any, like have you guys?
Are you asking more the meta side of things? Is that
Yeah,
what you mean?
like a new hobby, or like you kind of have made like a lifestyle change that
Sure.
you think has been, you know, kind of beneficial. Have you kind of got rid of some old habits? Maybe got some new
I started
ones.
cutting my own hair again.
Oh yeah, looks good. Looks
thanks,
good.
man.
I wouldn't be able.
Looks like your hair
I
kind
wouldn't
of
have
always
been
does,
able to
give or
tell
take.
that,
So,
yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
What else did I do? I mean, I think people are becoming a little bit more self-reliant, which is a great thing. Like, I think there's a lot more cooking for yourself,
Yeah,
which is great.
100%. Yeah.
That's awesome. There's, you know, people are, at least from what I've seen, people are consuming alcohol less, maybe more.
That's
I don't know.
actually statistically not true at all.
All right. Well, in my household,
So,
I
Or,
definitely
well,
haven't drank
yeah,
that much during this
yeah.
whole COVID thing for sure.
Yeah.
I was, I was kind of up and then down, if you will, where like
started off kind of
Well, no, I started off, especially when we're talking like actual real quarantine. Like I was
like
really good.
March, April kind of thing. Yeah.
Like I was great with the cooking from home and shit
Sure.
because I was really bad before. Now I'm kind of halfway in between.
Yeah.
For drinking and stuff, I would say it was more like having casuals because there's nothing
There's nothing
much
else
to do,
Sure.
right? That was definitely a little bit too much for me, and
Yeah.
you know I've since wrangled that a little bit. But
Yeah, that's good,
you
though.
know, yeah,
That's good.
personally.
That's
How
good,
about
though.
you?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
a
My life, I don't
well,
know.
you
like,
worked the whole time. Did you not?
I was pretty lucky. Like I've been able to to stay working this whole time, which
Nice.
is pretty nice. But I mean, like I'm a pretty like active guy anyway. So like I've been outside, you know, like on the bike lots.
Nice.
You know, getting out quite a bit. It's weird to see how many people are. Well, no, I shouldn't say weird. It's good to see how many more people are outside now, though.
Dude, like we were talking before this podcast, and I was
Yeah.
out in Banff.
Man,
Man,
and,
that whole park was just
Yeah.
packed with people.
and like you can't buy a bike in
Mhm.
Edmonton.
Yeah.
Like everyone's out
Yeah.
and about on their bikes, which, you know, I mean, like I've always biked, but to see it from like
Those damn scooters are
angle-
back, by the way.
oh, and then the birds are back. Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, I think it's
Yeah, those
good.
or whatever.
I
So,
think like a lot of people have kind of used this time of sort of, you know, not much to do to kind of like get to kind of improve their situations a bit, because there's not really any distractions where,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
well, it's kind of the year of making your own fun too.
Oh, 100%.
right? Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, you can still go to a restaurant with 3 friends or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say for me,
You bought
yes,
a bike?
I bought a bike,
Yeah.
right? So
Right on.
the biggest thing would be
Been cruising around.
like again, for me, I'm cool with the phase 2 thing. Like I've gone out to eat a few times, whatever. I'm not too worried about that. Gym is nice to be open again, and then, you know, as long as I'm able to work and most people are able to work, because our clients working means they can buy and sell homes.
Yeah, for
right?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as I stay busy there, I'm fine with that, right? You know, like Josh said, I've worked from home for like
You guys-
5-6 years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
long time for you guys.
I'm used to it. Granted, for me, I did go a little stir crazy because like I was used to working from home, but it was almost like when you didn't have the option, then it kind of drove you nuts a little bit.
Yeah, because
personally.
you like have to stay there.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no like
that
going to a
definitely-
coffee shop or something like
there was
that.
a bit of
Yeah.
a
I miss that.
Yeah, I do
miss
too.
that.
I
miss
do
that.
miss too, and
Yeah.
to a point now I'm just like, I thought about it, but I just don't really want to now. So
Oh, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Now, like as things start to open, like would you like? I guess like once they start to open up, like restaurants a little more and like coffee shops, like what's your guys' like comfortability level with like getting back into that sort of environment?
I'm kind of I'm whatever.
Right? Are you kind of
yeah.
easy going? Yeah.
Like going to like a bar, like let's say a bar being normally open, like
Say
that's going to
Greta
be a long.
opens
Well,
in like December.
Yeah.
Are you going?
see any of the like I mean, it would be circumstantial, right?
Yeah, for
Depends
sure,
on
yeah.
where the world's at.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, like, I think the thing too is when they're like, all right, guys, O'Byrne's back open, go in there, breathe on each other all you want.
Sure.
Like, I feel like people. Maybe you'd think people would be like, "Oh fuck yeah, I can go get back to it," but I think the opposite. I think people will be like, now that we've all kind of been re-educated of like how much particles are in the air and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I think people will be slow to get, even if it's like
Full open.
vaccinated or we destroyed COVID or whatever the fuck it is. Like, let's pretend there's a situation where it's like basically guaranteed you won't get it. I think people will still be nervous
100%.
about it. Right?
I think so
Yeah.
too. I think that's just kind of like, like our generation
Mhm.
maybe being like a little bit more
Mhm.
like, like actually like educated on the subject and kind of like being the change, I guess.
Mhm,
I don't know.
mhm.
I mean, if you want to instill fear in people, they've done it pretty good. So
Oh, they've done it to a
Well,
T.
that's the thing is like, if you want to take, like, let's go kind of a devil's advocate, if you will, of
Yeah.
like, pretend all the conspiracy theories are true.
Yeah.
There's an awful lot of circumstantial evidence that supports virtually all of them right now, right? So it gets a little hard to argue that point, and it makes you scratch your head a little bit,
yeah.
right?
I mean,
So-
do you? And I made this point a couple podcasts ago. Like, when you go out to the bar, are you worried about catching the flu?
Like
previously,
pre-COVID? No.
2019
No.
and earlier.
Okay.
No, you
Okay.
you
The flu
never
kills
thought of that.
people.
The flu kills people.
The
Yeah.
flu kills
Yeah.
people.
Oh, 100%.
It does, man.
Yeah.
Like 30,
Like lots of
40,000
people,
people
yeah.
fucking die every single year, at least in the States, if not more than that.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
are you afraid of it?
No.
It has
Yeah.
opened up, and it goes back to what you were saying. It has opened up like the awareness of like everything out there. Like if you go to the grocery store, like how
You're
often
gonna get
did you ever?
Ebola.
Yeah, like how often have you seen the guy at the grocery store like actually wipe the conveyor belt prior?
Well,
to
and they do
COVID,
it
right?
like
It's like a quick little.
here's my thing. I've had a minimum wage job before where they made me clean things. Like, I didn't do shit.
Clearly,
Right?
you
So-
boys aren't going to IGA on 142nd Street. Shout out.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
fucking they're
What a
They
spot.
do it good there.
yeah, they do it good,
yeah.
but they're like the whole thing.
Oh,
Wait
yeah.
till the whole thing
Oh,
I
passes.
was there
Nice.
recently.
Good
Yeah,
on
like
him.
that's
Good on him.
that's like the only place that actually like does it
Yeah,
properly.
and I try to like put it on. And I'm like, it's okay.
Like don't
Whatever
worry.
your name is, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
not gonna wipe these when I get home either.
No,
Like,
me neither.
You know.
I have to pee really bad. Can we take a short break?
Yeah,
Do
take a
another-
break, yeah.
A little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so we would like to apologize to the 10% of Americans who are supposedly not obese, because apparently it's 45%.
Oh, okay.
Good to fact check, you
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, well, fucking. But if people who are obese are more likely to get it, statistically, there's a pretty good chance it's mostly a lot of obese people, right? Like,
Oh, 100%.
not saying
yeah.
it doesn't affect like young, healthy people. You know what? There are freak cases,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
and like
that's
those
true.
are a terrible, terrible shame.
And the media really likes to play them up too.
yeah. I mean, that.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know, man. Like at what point do we look at the statistics? Like I think of like Brendan Schaub who got it and was like,
He had it.
both him and Callan got it. They're such idiots. They
Really?
went and did a bunch of shows in Texas and they both got it.
Oh,
Callan was
wow.
like fucked, but they also like
Oh, was he actually?
yeah, dude. No, he was like super sick, but he also I listened to a different Joe Rogan episode where they referenced that where he said for some reason Brian Callen like doesn't believe in taking vitamins.
Really?
And then Brendan Schaub went and got like an IV drip every day, was taking, he went on like HCQ and stuff.
Yeah.
And in like 4 days he was like fine, right?
Wow.
That's
So-
crazy.
But he's still like, you know what? Like I had it. It was kind of just felt like being sick.
Yeah.
It's I'll follow the rules, but like I look at the stats.
Yeah.
Am I overarchingly worried?
No.
No. Will I follow the rules? Sure. Right.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know, man.
Joe's-
Again, there's those free cases, but you gotta look at like the big picture numbers. Personally,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you see Joe's moving? He's like moving to Texas.
Oh yeah, it's
You
a
see,
big
like,
thing. It's official. He posted a picture of
the
the new
studio.
It
How
looks really
sick
cool.
does that look?
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Here's
Oh,
the-
it's actually pretty dope.
it's-
Here, I can
Oh shit! Fucking
a- I
both
can
of
find
you.
it.
It's
Both of
only
you
like
reached for the phones.
It was
Here, I
so.
got it,
It's
I
so
got it.
sick.
Race. Is Elon Musk moving to Texas too, or some shit? I saw.
He discussed it.
Tesla's
but
opening a plant in Austin.
Fuck yeah.
That looks
That's
so
pretty dope,
sick. Hey,
That's pretty dope.
I think it's nicer than like the current
So
studio.
is he
looks like
moving to Texas because of freedom?
I think it's
I don't know.
that state taxes and like I don't know. I was listening to an Andrew Schultz podcast where they went a little more in depth in, and he thinks the biggest thing is like I do think it is like a freedom annoyed with California to a degree
California
because it's like
is a shithole.
well yeah, California has tons of problems, and then as a comedian, you know what? Like clubs and theaters won't be open, but like if that's your craft, you
Yeah.
want to do something.
You
right?
want to be somewhere
And then
where it's
if he's Joe Rogan, he could move his podcast to Edmonton and people would still fly in and
to
do
go
his
do-
podcast.
100%.
Right? So
100%.
that he doesn't have to worry about if he wants to actually do stand up sometime in the next fucking year.
So did he do Austin? Austin,
Austin
Texas?
is like-
Austin's
See,
where
Which is
Austin
a rel-
seems to be the
and I think it's because Austin is like relatively Democrat liberal-ish for Texas.
it is, yeah.
I believe Austin
Yeah.
and Houston are the two kind of Dem cities. So
everywhere else is just
Yeah.
as
Red.
and apparently
as it gets.
it's really nice in Austin anyways.
Oh, I've
so,
heard nice things
I
about
don't
Austin.
know. I think
I've never heard a bad thing about Austin.
and it's
Tesla's
if you
building
think
a
about
plant
it,
there.
his the state taxes, I think it's close to zero, or it's 13% less than California. I can tell you that. So
Yeah.
Joe netted himself another 13 mil by moving.
I was
so.
gonna say, yeah, he signed the $100 million contract and then he moved. But I think it is. It's either zero or very close to zero because Florida is zero.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots
Florida's
of states
zero.
where it's zero.
Really?
Zero state tax. You just have federal tax.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
That would bring
Yeah.
lots of like small businesses into.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa!
It's almost as if low taxes stimulate the local economy,
Oh,
Spencer.
my-
Oh, whoa. Weird. What a weird topic
What a
we've
wi-
stumbled on here,
Oh,
guys.
no.
Oh, no.
No. Go back.
Oh, shit.
Go back.
Oh.
Close Pandora's box.
Yeah.
So, but,
Yeah.
no, exactly. I don't know. I think we'll also like California over contrast just as very like left-leaning collectivism, lots of rules, lots of laws, and then many of them like to a degree make no sense. California has like a huge homeless problem in every big city, blah blah blah. I don't know. I think he's maybe done with
Super
it.
expensive to
Maybe he
live.
wanted to
Yeah,
change,
oh,
and
yeah.
maybe he just wanted to like say fuck you. I also think there's a decent. Granted, Joe's like not really tied to the scene at all, but the problem with LA is like you have the Hollywood pedo scene very much next door,
Yeah,
right? So I
100%,
think
yeah.
people are wanting to get away from the Hollywoodness, right?
Of LA.
Yeah, especially in the podcast comedy world where that's so about being authentic and
Yeah.
Hollywood is not, but you're literally neighbors. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Texas kind of like that kind of
it's
like
kind of on brand.
it's on brand for Joe. Like, you know, he's kind of like an outdoorsy macho,
Oh, yeah.
loves meat, loves like archery. Like that's
Oh, yeah.
that's a good spot for him to
He'll
be. I feel
do
like.
he'll do just fine out
Yeah,
there.
he'll do.
So,
Yeah, he like that.
You know,
for
like
sure.
LA is probably the most vapid fucking place in the entire world.
I don't really know what that word means, but you're
Vapid.
probably right.
Yeah.
I've never been to LA, so I'm not sure.
Just like hollow.
Oh, like
You know.
yeah. Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
like
That makes
people
sense.
are all about appearances. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's honestly one of like I wouldn't mind going there to one of the more suburby places where like the weather's really nice, like
Yeah.
Laguna or something is what people have said is nice, but
yeah.
like I'm not super keen to go there.
So California.
And
No.
even
No.
I like California, but other cities are much nicer. But even
Like-
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I'd almost if I want like a hot vacation, I'd personally be more inclined to go like somewhere in the south. Honestly, at this rate, so
Yeah, Phoenix.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
think of think of the
Phoenix,
states,
Texas. I like Texas.
yeah, when you think of the states, like where do you want to go now?
Mhm.
It's kind of
Well,
like
here's my thing too, and one thing I've been thinking about is kind of like or I've talked to the who was I talking to? I've talked to a few people who are supposed to go to New York and then listening to lots of New York comics
Sure.
podcasts.
yeah,
Like, what was the point of being in New York? Like to do stand up, to pursue your dreams or whatever. If you're
Yeah.
a Wall Street finance
Sure.
person, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, if everything's in this virtual world now, like
You can be
For-
anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So there's
Be
kind of an
literally
exodus from big cities. There's no need to be in a city of like 8 million people, especially if being in crowded places gets you sick. Now,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
For sure.
No, man. There's almost a collective movement to like
Smaller places.
Unabomber style cabins. There's a lot of like, seriously,
no, there is,
man.
though.
Like there's
Yeah.
people
There
that are
is.
just like, I
Yeah.
want to go live in the wild, man. Like I want to
Yeah.
live like not right up next to somebody.
No, I've thought about it.
So-
Like, yeah,
Mhm.
it would be kind of cool, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because now with everything being virtual, or not everything, but yeah, there's going to be.
More virtual. Well,
You're right. There's
and
no need to be in a big city.
this is more our topic of, a year ago we would have still talked about of like, oh, there's a movement to more online, getting a little bit away from 9 to 5, especially like for trades. That argument goes out the window
Yeah,
for sure.
no, it does.
But a lot of other, any kind of white collar work very easily, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So
Yep.
yeah, why go to San Fran to code, pay $4,000 in rent? Your commercial lease is ungodly expensive when you could be in, I don't know, Wichita, Nebraska, and do the exact same thing, right? Like,
The whole San Fran thing I never got, specifically for fucking building software. If you're building hardware, okay, I understand, but
Yeah.
software,
yeah,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
yeah. So going back to the vacation note, like where, like, New York's cool. I can't see myself going there anytime
I
soon,
don't know.
even if the world was back to normal-ish.
I
Right?
don't know
So-
if I even want to go to the States in like the foreseeable future. To be
Well,
honest.
yeah, around
be purely
November
honest.
2020, I'll avoid the
Yeah,
U.S.
we'll see what happens
see
in
what
the
happens,
election,
but
but, I don't know.
or at least not any big cities. So.
No, there's a lot nicer places in the world than
Mm-hmm.
in the States.
Montana, maybe?
Montana's like Alberta, so it's pretty.
Well, that's
it's the
my
same
thing. Is
thing.
like it'd be
Yeah.
cool to go there, but it's like
I
the
like
same.
Montana.
I can just go in my backyard more or less, right?
Yeah,
So,
you can drive
yeah.
down to like, down to like a Medicine Hat and Lethbridge. It's the same.
Do
thing.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Not as much gun ownership, I guess.
No,
Sadly. So
no.
if you want to, I don't know, if you want to shoot a bunch of. If
Elk.
you want to shoot a 50 cal in a field for no fucking reason,
Yeah.
unfortunately you can't do that.
That's very interesting to me because all you have to do is just, cross that line.
There,
You can bear arms.
that's an intriguing idea, especially when we get Canada-U.S. border where there's towns really close.
Yeah.
And you can go from 0% gun ownership to 100%.
That's
That's like
nuts,
100
eh?
clicks away,
That's
if
so
not
nuts.
less.
That's so nuts.
I've never thought about that before.
That's pretty funny, hey?
Yep.
It's like, oh,
Borders are just lines some
Yeah.
guy drew on a map, I guess. But
guns. No guns.
guns.
Yeah.
Guns.
you
No guns.
doing like a Bugs Bunny sort of thing, like jumping across the border.
When do you think they're going to open up the border? And like at the second part, I think they should keep them closed. What do you guys think?
I'd say yes. Like, I think you can now if it's like if you're traveling to see a
essential
family.
Yeah.
I don't see it going down from that anytime soon.
But like you have to quarantine for 14
Anyways,
days.
yeah,
Anyways,
so-
right?
Yeah.
But the problem is like the quarantine is sort of on a scout's honor, right?
Is it though?
There's not
I
like
don't know. I've heard the opposite.
oh,
I think they monitor pretty hard.
coming into Canada.
Oh, into
it's-
Canada, probably it's more of
it's-
a
Oh,
Scout's
like-
honor thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
US,
yeah.
I'm
if you're
sure
a
it
U.S.
would-
citizen coming into Canada?
U.S. maybe I'm not sure.
Okay. I thought you meant like coming back. Like if you were coming back to Edmonton and from the States or something.
I think they can. Be
I don't know.
watching,
I know
yeah.
someone who is or has come back right around now today from internationally, not the U.S., who has to quarantine, but it's like at their parents' house or something.
Really?
Like it,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's not like there's like an armed guard making you stay in there
It's
or
a
something
loose
like
rule
that,
for
right?
sure.
So
Yeah.
So I wonder how it would be in the U.S. So that's
Interesting.
the problem is like when you make a border semi-permeable, stuff will trickle through and
trickle
okay.
through.
So anytime soon, I don't know. Like maybe probably not before next year at the earliest.
I hope they keep
personally.
it closed. Like
Yeah.
You're a
the rest of the
traveling
year.
guy. You're not going to
Yeah,
take
you're a traveling
advantage of
guy.
these fucking
You're
airline
doing
prices.
some travel, Alberta.
no, but like with me though, even like like I do enjoy traveling, but being that there's no like vaccine or anything yet, like I don't feel the need to. I would rather do it like safely than
Yeah, I'm cool hanging out for a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to get on an airplane just to see what it's like right now.
yeah. My buddy, he flew to Toronto like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and
for what?
he sent me a selfie just to go visit his girlfriend's like a family, and he sent me a photo, and he's like
Not sure how essential that is.
well, yeah,
Wee
I know,
woo,
I
wee
know.
woo.
Yeah, I know.
Ring them up.
But like you have to wear like
Masks and shit the whole
yeah,
time.
like a mask. There's
Yeah.
like the space in the seats.
Mhm,
Apparently, like airport is like dead.
Mhm.
which
So you
would be
don't have
weird
to
too.
sit next to fucking
No, they
Somebody.
keep a seat in the middle.
Nice.
Is from what he. I'm like, that's kind of sweet. They should just
Keep that, yeah.
do that normally.
Keep going. Yeah.
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 I can see
wonder
how
what will
air
happen.
travel is losing money. Though.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
'Cause they gotta
oh.
they gotta pack those things as full as possible
To
to
even
make
make
money.
Make like $10, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually bonkers.
It's actually, I wonder what will happen to that industry long term. Because, I mean,
even
I guess
the travel, like just
travel
traveling
period
itself,
yeah.
right? Because it's such like a luxurious. Well, I mean, it's not luxurious, but
It's,
it's
not really essential to
No.
go on vacations.
It's just
right?
a choice, right?
Our price is going to be far more high when.
Oh, once you can travel again, they'll probably jack it up 100%.
Yeah, I think they'd have to. Yeah.
Flights are very cheap right now, but there's no
Mhm.
guarantee that you'll even get to go.
Mhm.
Like flights to Japan right now are like $450.
But do they even like?
Arigato.
Is the plane
Arigato.
even like
Gozaimasu.
there? Like
Yeah, no, they
Like, who's-
they have
who's
it booked.
going? Like I don't know. I don't get it, man.
I have no idea.
Like I do understand some essential family travel for sure, but it's like the fact that they even have those it's just quite surprising to
that
me.
they even have them available. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Because in theory, anyone who needs to be there or here should be back at this point.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
it's been
I
like
don't
6 months since this thing started. So
Yeah, can't
I
tell you.
need to see my waifu in Japan.
yeah,
In Japan.
yeah, it's wild.
Mhm.
It's wild. But yeah, no, I'll probably be staying home for the
Mhm.
next year and a half. Like I
Mhm.
got nothing.
Yeah, I'm cool with
on the
doing
books.
some hashtag travel Alberta. I
Yeah.
meant to do some this summer, but I haven't quite gotten to it
Yeah.
yet. So I guess
You
we'll.
can go to Fort Mac.
Fuck yeah. What? Well, oh fuck, that reminds me. Hang on. What was I gonna bring up here? Oh, any idea what's gonna happen with ski hills in the winter?
Yeah, so we've been talking about that a little bit. So if it's anything,
Any inside scoop over?
like
on
I
the
was just
things or
in,
what?
like I was just on a trip in, like a BC this last week. So all the resorts are like actually open and
Mhm.
they're going pretty like full bore.
Hmm.
I mean, it's
so
not a,
you
like-
can stay in hotels. The restaurants are open, but like you have to wear a mask when you're not
Right.
when you're not eating or drinking or
Mhm.
anything like that.
Because like,
The gondola is going to be the only kind of
yeah, I guess you
Bugaboo.
only stay with your
Sure.
group.
So you
Well,
can only
no.
go-
So the biggest issue would be the lines, right?
Lines are gonna
Granted,
be huge.
when you're outdoor, like I was thinking about it, I'm like, well, when I ski, I wear a mask the whole time.
Most
right?
people wear
so
masks,
most people
yeah.
wear face coverings.
I wear
so
a face covering when I ski.
I guess that's fine.
Those are really effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But then when you're all in line, really, that's when you're not going to be like, who the
No.
fuck's going to social distance to line up to
You're not gonna. Yeah. I
get
think.
on a ski
One
lift?
person on the chairlift at a time.
Oh man, it takes forever. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the.
I'm kind of.
I was curious what if it will happen or.
I'm kind of
not.
curious to see how it works out. I
Will
think
they
it
do
might.
half capacity somehow? I don't.
Well, some of the bike parks and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
in the summer they only sell like a certain amount of tickets like per day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'd be able to do that at the ski resort because you get more traffic in the winter than you do summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
So
yeah, right.
I don't know. I'm curious. Like as a skier, yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how it'll work out. I don't expect much though. Like I'm kind of like predicting a
I'm
pretty
kinda
lax
like-
year anyway.
Yeah, like if
So
I don't know, you're on the hill a lot every
Yeah.
year, but I'm like, if I don't go, it's whatever. I can
Yeah.
live, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
Same.
well, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But if it's anything like it was, over the past like 2 weeks, they are starting to open stuff. So that's promising.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I wonder what will happen there.
hmm
Well, also, again, what's the? I wonder, does Corona behave differently in cold air
That's what I'm
outdoors?
wondering.
I wonder if that's a factor. And then apparently, so one thing I read, and this was by, is it Michael Osterholm or something? He's a virologist who was on Joe Rogan, like shortly after the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I read an article written by him recently where he was talking about, so apparently he doesn't think he's quite confident there won't really be a second wave. The reason being is second wave is actually a phenomenon unique to flu viruses, and it actually doesn't happen due to people moving around. It just happens, right? Like, it's just the way the flu works for whatever reason. It just does it.
Oh, okay.
It's a kind of an unexplained phenomenon. His words, not mine, by the way. And then, so because this isn't technically a flu, there's not really second waves. The only time numbers increase is when there's laxes in social distancing rules, which we've kind of seen,
yeah.
right? So,
Right.
Yeah.
Minus the initial spike, right? So who knows what will happen? But the point being, because a lot of people are worried in the winter because that's when flu circulates more, because again, it goes back to circulated air.
Yeah.
But if you have a little more
Like
similar work from home, social distance sort of things.
And people aren't out as much in the winter either, right?
Yeah, but you're in more enclosed indoor spaces.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
So it's circling more, yeah.
If there's no, I personally think it's kind of dumb that there's still like rec league sports and stuff. But you know, you have the gym, that wouldn't change capacity.
Oh, there is
wise.
rec league sports now?
Yeah,
there is.
Yeah, for like men's league.
Oh, I didn't
hockey
know that.
And shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of disagree with it, but
Yeah.
what can you do? So,
Skate fast.
yeah,
Skate past the COVID.
wear a bubble. I don't know. Yeah. But even then, your mouth is exposed.
You're
so,
exposed, yeah.
Wear one of those fucking cheese graters.
The plastic one? Like,
yeah, no, but that's the thing, is your mouth
is it still, yeah.
is still.
You're still exposed,
Nope,
like, no matter
can't
what.
get through the cheese grater.
All right. It's,
All right.
Yeah, it's too bender, so it can't get through.
Yeah.
Point being, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what happens. Assuming we're at like this same level of people moving around, you don't just throw everyone back in, Manulife Place or whatever the hell and have them all coughing on each other.
No.
Hopefully it should be okay.
I think a lot of people are gonna not go back to office life.
Well, I can't imagine most people want to.
No.
And then again, it comes down to like productivity of like, especially with office jobs for one, like it is a known fact that most white collar workers do an average of like 3 hours of work a day or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, are you being forced to sit in a building or are you actually doing productive work?
The meeting,
right? So,
that could have been an email is like a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
God. Yeah.
100%.
Is a real thing. Like
I love Jerry Seinfeld does a good bit about meetings where he's like, oh yeah, we'll have a meeting tomorrow to talk about the last meeting and then how great that meeting was, and then after the meeting we'll say, wow, that was a great meeting. Like
that's
it's
exactly
funny.
what it is.
It's good. Yeah.
Man.
Fuck meetings.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we'll see the whole COVID winter scenario. That I don't know. It'll
Wind
also
it
be
down.
Place your bets.
Well, fuck. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, might be a little bit of an extra depressing winter. I wonder, because at least now you can like go outside. You can kind of go for
Winter might
walks, whatever.
suck. That's true.
It might
I
be
never
a
even
pretty
thought
bad
about
one.
that.
It might be a pretty bad one.
People
if
might start
you don't have a
going
lot of
crazy.
shit to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's dark and cold enough here, but if you, I don't know. I guess I'll have to get into winter walking. or
Winter
something.
running outside. Nah,
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
Nah.
It's an ankle injury waiting to happen, bro.
Slip and fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought like that much into the winter yet, but yeah, if they lock it down again, frick it, it's gonna be, it'll be different. And then like Christmas and shopping at the mall and stuff like that's gonna be affected too,
Man,
right?
As if everyone isn't already super on the Amazon shopping.
Oh, dude, Amazon's made
even if
so
someone
much
who,
money.
oh man, well, even as someone who like kind of used Amazon before, but like now it's like,
That's the only thing I use lately.
oh, need ketchup, Amazon.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So
Ketchup.
you can on there. I haven't actually done
Oh,
that,
like,
but I
really?
saw
Wow.
someone like post a screenshot of their Amazon order,
And it's
ketchup was one
really?
of them. I'm like,
Wow.
why? But it was this one girl I know, and she posted a screenshot to her story, and it was like
How much is it?
batteries, fucking some other household item, ketchup, like a gym thing, and I'm like, why is there just ketchup in there? It was funny.
That's so random. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole like online shopping. Like I've bought a few things over the last.
Oh,
few,
yeah.
Just because like when you actually get to go like
I do
to the
like going
store,
to
they
a
don't have
store,
it.
look at it, whatever. But
Yeah.
like, especially if we're talking gift shopping. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
for I don't know, man. Well, and then here's the thing too. Like when it comes to like Christmas, like I don't know how big of family events you guys do, but I think most people are gonna want to do them. They might just go ahead and do them. Like I don't know.
Yeah, my family
We'll see. We'll see.
yeah, like we have a pretty small crowd at Christmas, so
Mhm.
and we've all been in touch over
Yeah,
this whole
yeah.
time anyway. So I'm not super concerned about it, but
We'll see. I don't know.
it's different for everyone, obviously. But
Yeah. If we'll go really deep, if Biden wins, vaccine within a few weeks of his winning.
I think, yeah, I don't know. That's
Could be.
when
Trump wins, we're on the same 18th month timeline we've been on this whole time.
My God.
No, if Biden wins, news cycle change.
Yeah.
News cycle change
You think so?
didn't even happen.
Interesting.
That's deep.
Vaccine? Nah.
You don't need a vaccine,
You don't
bro.
need-
It's just the flu.
You don't need a
You can't even vaccine
Yeah.
against the flu.
Yeah, the next article that comes out will be.
Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be like
It was all hoax.
the estimate is actually closer to, we'll say 100 million cases. Death rate, yeah, pretty much the same as stubbing your toe. So
Imagine if it was a
Shit,
hoax.
man.
Like how wild would shit get if it was all a hoax?
it
And
is.
See,
I
they just opened it up.
well, yeah, that like
Could you
if it was.
imagine?
This fucking podcast is so demonetized. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
dude.
it.
I mean, like whatever. Well, I like to think we take both moderately fair sides.
oh yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah.
Or if we're, I don't know. I like to give a good conspiracy
Seriously, though?
warning. But like,
Seriously?
yeah, fuck.
It didn't even exist if he gets in. 100%.
Intriguing. That's actually a very interesting take. It almost sounds more reasonable than mine. Sounds like a real conspiracy. Yours
Oh,
is
yeah.
like more plausible for sure.
Could you imagine?
You know those riots that are going on too?
Yeah.
Done.
Didn't happen.
Done.
Yeah.
Second Biden's in. Done.
Right. Well,
Everybody loves everybody as soon as
It
Biden
might.
is in.
Yeah.
Done.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
You know
I
that
mean,
like
do-
fire
do-
in Chernobyl or whatever?
Yeah.
Out.
Fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be out.
Chernobyl will be fake.
No. There actually is a fire or something in Chernobyl right now. There's
right
forest
now,
fires.
really? Holy
Yeah.
crap!
Those fires will be out though if Biden wins.
As if 2020 couldn't get more.
why?
2020.
Killer Hornets, those don't exist.
Well, those
either.
weren't even. Those didn't even like become a thing.
They were in BC for like a little bit, I guess.
Mhm.
but-
Yeah.
Well, they like. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, fucking.
6 feet minus 6 feet.
Beside people.
Yeah, yeah. If you stand 6 feet away.
Well, Joe Biden does like to breathe on people.
yeah,
so.
he likes to be nice and close, so he'll probably get rid of that.
Woo.
Yeah, man. Fuck. Well, will massive news conglomerates in our lifetime be a thing of the past?
They
Right?
might be.
Hopefully.
I would hope so.
You think so? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of going. Yeah.
Who owns the companies? Like that's to me it's just like it's so transparent. These are billion-dollar corporations.
Yeah.
Somebody owns them. So they put out certain news.
Information. Yeah.
Information that skews a certain direction
Mhm.
because billionaire number 1 and 2
Yeah.
want it to be this way.
Mhm.
I haven't watched the news. Like I haven't watched
Oh yeah.
Global News at 6 in like years.
Me neither.
Like I forget.
Dude,
I forget that it's even on.
State-funded news is even worse, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking CBC. Get the fuck out of here. So sick
Yeah.
of that shit.
It's-
State funded.
My overall thing with anything is like it should be many decentralized nodes, not one central one. That
Yeah,
goes
for
for
sure,
any
yeah.
business, any organization.
Yeah.
No, but I remember being speaking
Buy
of
Bitcoin.
skiing. Yeah, buy Bitcoin. No, I was
Shoulda.
the last time I like sort of watched the news was when I was on a trip with my dad late last year, sort of thing. So we were, hotel room,
Yeah.
right? And he would watch the news like every night, and I'm like,
Such a dad thing to do.
well,
eh?
and I'm like, isn't this exhausting to watch? Because every night there's been breaking news, but like,
How do you not want to like cut your wrists and drink
yeah,
bleach?
I don't like, there's something to
honestly.
me. Perhaps it's good to stay informed of the goings-ons in the world, but like every night, it's just like because it's so sensationalized. Like
No.
how is this not physically exhausting?
It's entertainment.
It really
It
is.
is,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not actually being informed. It's entertainment.
Yeah. I
So,
don't know. It's yeah, man. I don't know.
The world would be a better place if it didn't exist. The world would be a better place if people were disinformed.
That's a hot take right there.
No. I'm not kidding.
No news ever. Or just no news organizations, Twitter, social media. The shit gets around anyways, right?
Yeah,
So
the world would be a worse place. If
Actually, did you
it was
listen
only
to-
Twitter?
Did you listen to
I mean, yes and no. Yeah.
Did you guys listen to the Joe Rogan episode when he talked to that neuroscientist from Stanford or whatever?
Maybe.
And he was saying how so much of like our consciousness as humans is wasted on like phones and just like
Yeah.
like Instagram news that's BS.
Here, you want a trick, Spencer?
Yeah. Just turn it. What's that?
Black and white, baby.
Oh, what?
Now it's not a slot machine anymore.
Yeah.
see that?
It turns it to like black and white.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you could do that. Yeah,
That-
yeah.
that-
Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
1, 2, 3. Black and white.
But no, I
1,
think
2, 3. Color.
no, but like I think he's right though. Like yeah, like how many times do you guys check your phones like a day?
Oh, dude, I'm so bad,
Like
man.
I would be curious to count.
Oh, yeah.
Let me check.
Let
Let me check my phone to check.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I make a point of having like phone-free work sessions, quote unquote.
Oh, me
Where
too.
like I put it down and
I was
just
pretty
work on my
good today.
computer.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah?
like, anything's a distraction and anything
Pre-
super essential will
that's-
be in my
that's pretty
email.
good.
What's that?
Yeah.
Let's see.
1 hour 54.
Oh, are you looking at screen time?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
That's pretty
good.
good.
Oh man, dude. Speaking of quarantine, my fucking
Screen time.
was off the charts
Yeah.
during quarantine.
What
it
was it?
nuts.
Like
I
per
don't
day.
even know. Probably like 5-6 hours, if not more.
That's a lot.
I mean, I hit like 4 to 5 some days, and like I say it's for work, but that's
Yeah, it's
that's a bit of a blurred definition to say
Yeah,
the
no,
least,
It's
right?
for work.
100%. No, I've been
Tinder.
I work for
Yeah.
Tinder,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I
Yeah.
test their audience, make sure
All
they're
the time.
real.
No. Yeah, no. Like I've made like a pretty conscious effort the last like 6 months just to like kind of keep my phone like not off, but like not really use it that much.
Yeah.
Like I'm like
Even the silence mode, dude. I'm
yeah, like just turn it
big
off.
power
Like,
move.
Yeah, like just don't even look at it.
Because I get so many other agents calling and texting me all the time. With
Yeah, but
No, actually, no notifications.
Oh,
so,
yeah?
So turn off all notifications. The only one that I have is like if you want to call me, I'll get it.
that's it.
Yeah.
What about text? You don't have it for text?
Yeah.
It's not a fucking pressing matter unless you're calling me.
That's valid. Yeah, that's true.
If you are dying, you're calling me. You're not texting me.
That's
So,
true. Yeah, that's valid.
touche.
Yeah.
That's
So if
a
you
pretty
I thought you know what? I've thought about doing that, and I think I might go that route of like, yeah, you need to like manually check your apps.
also more people should do this because then it encourages phone calls. Because I like phone calls.
I like phone calls a lot more than texting. To be
I
honest.
fucking hate people that get into real estate and only text. Fuck you.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Call me.
Call me. Yeah,
Yeah.
Call
exact-
me.
Yeah,
I try to do that too.
yeah. I'm
It kind of
more-
humanizes things a little bit, even with
Yeah.
the client and stuff too.
Yeah,
right? They're always
absolutely.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
people
I
like
don't know.
appreciate a phone call. Like, I mean, like you know, when I was younger, like obviously we were a lot more into texting and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I really appreciate just a phone call because honestly, it's so much faster just to call someone.
So much goddamn
quick.
faster.
Like, just get it.
I'm
solved.
booking showings for these rentals that we're looking at, and it's like I'll pick up the phone and have a 2-minute conversation with this
and
person,
you got everything settled.
and we have everything settled. We have the date, we have the time, we're going. Or I could text back and forth 6 or 7 times,
and like not
and
get
then
anywhere.
yeah, and then they're not going to reply to me for 2 hours, and then I'm not going to know if I have a showing tonight or not.
Exactly.
So ridiculous.
Yeah, no, the phone
That's a
calls.
fair point. That's a fair
Bring
point.
way to
back the flip phone.
Bring back the razor.
Bring back the razor.
What was your guys' first cell phone?
I had a
Oh,
TELUS
some-
black and white thing.
I had like a similar TELUS clamshell
Yeah.
grandparent phone.
Right.
Then I had the Motorola flip
Yeah.
before the razor. Before the razor.
razor. Wow.
Mm.
And then I had the razor.
See,
You-
I
you-
never
you
had
did have
any
a
of
razor,
the. I
right?
never had any of the like I always had just whatever typical cell phones. Like I never had like a super big brand name like Kibo or
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Razor or the chocolate or whatever.
Oh,
like
the
Pilot or what was the other one? that-
yeah, the first one, like my iPhone 4 was my first like kind of big name. Like I always had like random LGs, but they were like shitty ones.
Yeah. I had the LG Shine was my first phone.
Oh,
Remember
Nice.
those?
oh, nice.
You fucking
Did you have the
lucky
gold
guy.
one? Did you
No,
have the
I
gold
had
one?
the silver one.
That silver one was
Oh,
actually
I remember
nice,
Chuck
nice.
had the gold
Dude, Chuck
one.
had the gold one. I was so goddamn jealous, man.
It's so sick. Like
Yeah.
Silver's
it-
understated. Good
yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
Good
I had a
for you.
silver
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
but it popped so much. Like he'd be calling someone, it looks like just this giant like block of gold on his ear. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
Give me the
There is
list of your
something
cell
to like.
phones.
The list of my
Yeah,
cell phones.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh man, so started out LG Shine,
Yeah.
and then it went LG Shine, and then I had like a QWERTY, like a keyboard one, like
Yeah.
it would
The one
like
that
slide out.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that was Samsung.
Yeah. I had a QWERTY one that slid as well. I don't remember what brand it was,
Yeah.
but I was super stoked to have like a full keyboard on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
like that.
You know what I remember?
T9 sucked. T9 was
I had-
trash.
Dude,
I
I was
never
so
went
good. I
T9.
fucking love T9.
I was
T9 was
ABC
sick.
I was
Dude, because
ABC
you
the
have
whole
the
way.
no, I was good at it, but the nice thing was because you had the feel of it, you could feel the buttons. Texting without looking was so easy. You could have it in your pocket and be like,
Da-da-da-da.
"Hey yo, what's up?
Really? You could do that?
We
I
going
could
to
never-
McDonald's at lunch or what, boy?
I could never
right?
do that.
Yeah.
Easy.
I could
Easy.
never do that.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I had the QWERTY phone after my
Yeah.
Shine,
Yeah.
and then I had like a Samsung. I had like the Nexus S,
Nice.
and then after that I went iPhone for a while. I had the 4, 5, and I had a 6, and then I jumped back to Samsung like
Nice.
3 years ago.
Cool. What's
Yeah.
this one now? 10?
This is Samsung A8.
Okay.
So I've been
You don't care. You don't care about the latest and greatest.
No, this thing's
Good
like
for- good
3
for
years
you.
old.
I'm
Yeah,
proud
like,
of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care about the
Yeah.
S10 or whatever.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
you, Tom?
You've been iPhone
My
probably
list
the
of
whole
phones?
way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
listed.
I mean, I had iPhone. I think I had 4, 5, 6, and then 10 because I had the 6 for 2 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Shit.
You had a BlackBerry, if I recall, don't you?
I did
Didn't
have.
you?
I
Oh, yeah.
did, and I loved it.
Yeah.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Well, for a while you could get them, and they were just on like Android ecosystem, but
They
they
actually
stopped making them altogether. I think.
They
I
don't make
think-
BlackBerry anymore.
Oh no, wait! I think they make a touch one, which is dumb because people want the.
Yeah.
I do. Well, a couple years ago, they had one of the like go back, like the throw. It was. I don't know.
Throwback one.
Yeah, they did have a throwback one. I don't know if they. Anyway, I loved it. The fucking ball broke, and I learned all the fucking hotkeys because my ball
The
wasn't working for like
hotkeys, yeah.
over a year.
Yeah.
I was like hitting hotkeys. I was like hitting like Shift T or something to
Did
go
you
to
have
text.
the bold
Yeah.
or the what was the other one?
The bold.
It was
The
the
one with the
bold.
leather back on
What
it.
was the other one? The bold and what else?
Pearl. Pearl.
Pearl was the shitty fucking the one that all the girls had.
Yeah, I remember the pearl. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was like there was the touch one.
Yeah, I don't
But-
remember what that one was.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. BlackBerry.
Yeah,
Those were the
that
days.
was definitely It was.
Then I got an iPhone 5 and lost my soul.
You've been, and then like iPhone
Yeah.
ever since. Yeah.
So, because they have BlackBerry still, but they are Android. I don't know if they're on any networks. Like I don't know. They don't have them on like the Rogers webs,
they had them like
but I
2
don't
years
think
ago.
they have them anymore. But
Probably not.
Like looking at their website, they're more like I think you almost have to buy these unlocked. They're more about like
software, I think.
commercial security and software.
Yeah.
Now
Oh,
they've kind of
really?
gone a
Yeah.
bit of a pivot.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're
So,
not crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I wonder if
insane.
maybe does
That was
Bell
a
have
fall
it?
from grace because that company was
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
flying high.
They were massive.
Oh, they were
RIM,
huge.
Research in Motion, and
Yeah,
now they're
yeah.
just BlackBerry.
Well,
Yeah.
was it Jim
Ball silly. Yeah.
He was like, yeah, he did pretty. He got out at the good time, honestly.
Oh, he's not at BlackBerry anymore.
No, he hasn't been CEO for a long time.
That's crazy. He must have done pretty well.
Insider trading. Probably knew what was going on.
Oh, probably yeah.
What do we
That
got?
was like Kodak the other day, who fucking apparently they're getting hundreds of millions of dollars or something to look into pharmaceuticals.
Kodak was.
Kodak, like the
Like the
fucking
camera
camera company.
like the disposable camera
Dude,
company.
and they popped. Like the stock went up from like $8 to like 40, and then it's back down to like 9 now.
But there's a huge amount of trade records the day before they announced that they were becoming pharmaceuticals or whatever.
Oh, really?
Like it was a huge insider trading thing. It's
Nice.
big.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's where the real game's played.
That's where. Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
If you can get to that game, you're playing the real game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Behind closed
None of
doors.
this
Seated at the
sports shit.
big
That's
table.
the real game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
Davey Day Trader. Dave Portnoy doing his stock trading now.
Davey
Yeah.
Day
I don't know
Trader.
if you guys have seen that. But,
No, I haven't. What
I
did
saw
he
on
do?
Twitter.
Oh, he now because there's no sports betting, he's like, well,
The
sports betting
stock
has
take?
basically equipped me to be a day trader, and he's been doing fairly well at it apparently.
day trading,
yeah,
really?
So, yeah,
He's got like all the time in the world.
Oh,
though,
yeah.
So
Well, and he has quite a bit of money, and
yeah,
he's actually a pretty smart guy. So,
I feel like he is. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
Good for him.
good for him. Yeah.
Good for him.
The boys.
All right, gents. Well, that flew by. Let's shall we call that an
I
episode?
think so.
Yeah, man. Thanks
Fuck,
for
we
coming
didn't
back.
even. Yeah, thanks for jumping back on with us,
Yeah,
Spencer.
no worries, boys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always a pleasure. And because I want to do more of like, well, I say just us, but if you want to jump on,
Yeah.
like I'm thinking maybe the first episode of every month. Because normally when it's just me and Josh, it's because I couldn't get a guest for that week. But I kind of want to do it at like regular intervals, and then we
Having
can
the
kind
third
of.
voice is kind of
Third
nice,
is good
maybe.
too, but also just to like maybe recap, talk about the news or whatever,
The
and
month?
kind of be exactly.
You could do like a monthly.
Kind of have like a
I
regular structure to
refuse.
it. Yeah,
I refuse to talk about the news
Yeah.
anymore.
yeah. The goings-ons in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. We
That's
can do
okay.
that. I'll
Yeah.
read Twitter the
Yeah.
day before, and we'll do
Yeah,
it.
then you'll be caught up. Yeah.
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 We'll do it that way.
I thought you were refusing to have any semblance of structure on the show, to which I tip my hat to you. But
Also that. What are you trying to do? Put
yeah,
structure.
you're
in
trying to
this
put me
shit.
in a box.
You're trying to put me in a box. You're
I'm
trying
a
to put me in
peacock, man.
you're
You
trying
gotta
put
let
me
me
in a
fly.
mask and a fucking box. Jesus.
Yeah, try to make you wear pants under this table too. God, it's a new regime around here,
Fucking
Josh.
communism, man.
Yeah, yeah. All right, okay. Thank you, everyone, and Spencer.
Right on.
Appreciate it.
Thank
We
you.
will see you all next week.
Nice.